going to be the highlight of my evening tonight. I have someone
Drama
that
and
I have
drama.
a great deal of respect for. It is my honor, my pleasure to introduce Dr. Emma Pendleton Fraser. She's an experienced productivity, accountability coach, award-winning author, ordained minister, international speaker, top achieving educator with 32 years of proven success in public and private schools. Her books, Transformed by Design, will be published in the spring of 2024 and Leading While Bleeding in the fall of 2025. She's the co-author of amazing bestseller, Who to Thunk It, with our friend, Dr. George Fraser, her brother, that she has majored in keeping him in line, I think. She's a motivational speaker, spoken in multiple forums, topics related to education, leadership development, domestic violence, foster care, group dynamics, team building, and the Black experience, emotional intelligence, and women's issues. Her unique style of delivery and her ability to expound on a wide variety of social and academic issues make her a sought-after speaker by business organizations, youth groups, educational institutions, civic and religious organizations, and she is a proud resident of the Queen City, and she is Dr. Emma. Dr. Emma, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm just doing great. I'm just enjoying this call so very much. So it's very empowering, encouraging, motivational, inspirational. Yep.
You are all those things yourself. So Dr. Emma, for those who may not know you, what would you like for them to know about you before we start our conversation? Something that maybe I didn't mention that was in the bio.
From a child in horrible foster homes is where I met God. I remember praying to God all the time, never have been taught to do that. Had no idea, but I was so desperate. I found him. And so that continued throughout my life. I had no idea that I was going to come up out of that fiery pit. I did get burnt. I wasn't like the Hebrew boys. You could smell the smoke on me, metaphorically. But what God did is a wonder to me. And that's what I would like you to know.
I think that is awesome, and I'm glad you shared that particular part, because I know that that is such an important part of your journey, is coming through that, and you shared some of those, and I've heard some stories with you and Dr. George as well. So I know that you had something that was on your heart tonight that you wanted to share that I think is pertinent, particularly from the conversation that we just had about the love letter to our family, with the will and trust and those type of things. And you said something to me one evening. You said, when young ladies come to you for advice, you said this, and I've used it ever since. You said that when you're looking for a man, you want one that will keep on giving even when he's done living. What in the world does that mean?
Well, I do get that question. It meant exactly what Eileen said, exactly what Stan talked about, and what I thought about, because I am a widow, 15 years. And I never had to change my lifestyle when my husband died, because all the preparation to maintain the lifestyle we had become accustomed to, not what we had when we were 19 and got married and was poor as two church mice looking for a Bible, but what we had acquired 44 and a half years later. I never had to change it because we planned for it. We planned We had the insurance, we had the backup policy, we had a will. And so I never had to miss anything. So that experience resonated with me when young women want to know, what am I looking for? He may not have it in the beginning because we didn't have it at 19, he was 23. But we worked toward that. And it was only, I don't even know how God informed us. I guess it was going to college, talking to people, going to conferences, picking up a little bit here, picking up a little bit there, and putting the whole thing together.
Dr. Emma, as we're talking about it, even on our personal side, it also flows through to the business, right? Having a continuation plan. I know that you had a lot of different things, a lot of different streams of income that now you find yourself having to manage all by yourself without proper plans. How could that have happened?
Well, you have to know the strength in your partnership. I was the one that did that all through our marriage. That wasn't my husband's forte. He said to me, Emma, you're the smart one. You manage our finances. So I did. So I wasn't, and I asked questions. I read, I got educated, I took courses in college. I familiarized myself with the basics. And so based on the time we were born, we did very, very well. You cannot do this in a box. You cannot do it by yourself. This network, just tonight, look at the pieces of information. I can now say something to the people on Medicaid in my church. I can now talk about affordable health, and all I had was like 10 minutes of Jean and 10 minutes of Eileen and 10 minutes of someone else doing. It was amazing.
And, we always like to ask a couple things, Dr. Emma, for someone of your stature comes on and shares the wisdom and knowledge that you do, and you didn't even have a chance to really let loose tonight. What are a couple, 2 or 3 things that you would leave the folks listening tonight with in terms of have been keys to your success?
I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. It's a great song until you have to live it. So my failures have been the launch pin for everything that I dared to do. I needed what I became an expert at. So find your passion. Look at your pain, turn that pain into gain. That's really the secret to my success, and even being a widow.
I'm going to say this, the 3 Ps, turn your pain into your passion, and your passion will turn into your profit.
Business owners, join a professional network that will help you share the unique value of your products and services with Black and brown customers who have more than $1.6 trillion to spend on an annual basis. Join the Matthews Business Network and get the coaching, the clients, the connections, and the capital you need to succeed. To get growing right now.
Business owners want to connect with consumers with $4.3 trillion to spend on your products, services, opportunities, conferences, and great events right now? Call Matthews Marketing Group at 732-357-5701 and let our marketing and media partners at the Oprah Winfrey Network, CNN, ESPN, MSNBC, MTV, BET, and VH1 help you acquire the new clients you need to prosper and succeed. Call us right now.
If you like the content, make the connection. Subscribe now so that you can continue to get updated about all of the opportunities, all of the praise reports, all of the great leaders that we bring here to you in the GBC, the Global Black and Brown community, in the Shop Black News. We'll see you soon, and we'll see you over the top. Yes, you.